Hey everybody, Joe Price here. In this video, I'm going to continue focusing on Pumpkin Moon auto farming. This time around, I'm going to take a look at a farm that I showcased previously. It's the Cannonball Arena, and it's code A6 in the teleporter hub. So let's head over there and let's talk about this farm. Alright, so this farm has received an upgrade compared to last time. A few things first regarding this particular farm. The only damage source is the cannon that's perched up top here. And the idea is to fire off cannonballs here in the air. And during the Pumpkin Moon events, these will be striking the pumpkins continuously. We'll be able to reach the hit cap of 6 hits per second, and each hit does around 250, 300 points of damage, so pretty phenomenal DPS on this thing. Also, as we fire, the cannonballs, they'll hit directly below here, and the spawn surface is down here, so all of the minor mobs and the morning woods are going to be hit continuously by cannon fire as well. Very effective setup, and this is a really short spawn surface just to ensure that the mobs will start getting hit by cannon fire very quickly after spawning. Now, a couple of things to note about this spawn surface. The first is that it's only 16 tiles wide. I tried narrower spawn surfaces, they didn't work out as well, so it's possible that 16 is the minimum to consistently generate good times. And the other thing is that the spawn surface is 36 tiles below where the dungeon spike is positioned. Now I'm going to be sitting on this dungeon spike for much of the fight. The moment the first morning wood appears, I'll hop on this spike, and the idea is that as I take fairly minimal damage, I'll be blocking almost all of the projectile damage and block a lot of the contact damage from pumpkins as well. My health is obviously going down here, but I'll be replenishing the health lost fairly quickly, because the moment I kill a pumpkin, that pumpkin is going to drop tons and tons of hearts and replenish my health almost to full. So one last thing to note about the spawn surface, if I turn on a timer here, it'll alternate the surfaces, and the idea behind that is anything that drops here, I will be able to burn it away in order to ensure that I don't end up exceeding the item limit of 400. There's some items that are worth almost nothing here. The spooky wood, I definitely want to burn that away. I definitely want to burn away any of the hearts that are dropped here, especially the hearts dropped by the morning woods. And yeah, some coins will be burned away too, but most of the money that's dropped during the Pumpkin Moon event, there's not a lot of it. So not a big deal to burn that kind of stuff away. I definitely want to make sure that the gear that drops once the final wave is reached, that doesn't disappear on me because I exceed the item limit. And all the gear that's dropped, it doesn't burn away at all in the lava. Now, once the night is over, I'll be able to sell everything off fairly quickly, summon a merchant here through the teleporter, and then send the merchant back once I'm finished selling everything off. So just some other things to point out here. The spawn surface, I want to make sure that all of the spawns are limited to the spawn surface. So outside of the spawn surface, everything is blocked by lava. I have to extend this at least 84 tiles to the left and to the right of player position. Now, in a moment, I'm going to demonstrate how effective this this farm actually is, and I'll do 2 runs. So one run will be with just cannon fire, just to show you that cannon fire alone is enough to reach a final wave, reach the final wave very, very quickly. Now, after the first run, you can accumulate a lot of summoner gear, which means that all of the subsequent runs can be run with ravens. And ravens will, of course, boost the overall damage considerably and allow you to generate even more money per night. So the gear I actually have stored here in this chest. Now, you've seen this before. In my previous videos, I talked about the optimal setup to generate the strongest ravens possible. And farming this Pumpkin Moon event even once will be sufficient to get most of the really good gear, and the rest you can you can purchase or farm up some really easy drops. So just to make note of a couple of quick things with regards to the first run I'm about to do. I'm wearing pretty much junk gear, so after defeating Plantera, you don't have to have any special gear to begin Pumpkin Moon farming. For instance, here I'm wearing Adamantite armor. The cross necklace is really important, but that can be farmed up from mimics pretty easily. Mimics spawn just about everywhere below 0 altitude. The Obsidian Shield, that's straight out of pre-hard mode, and I have boots. They don't have to be top tier or anything. Some mid-tier Flame Wings and an Aglet, again, from pre-hard mode. The junkier the accessories, the better, simply because it won't take you that much money to reforge to warding. That's important to have warding on all of these accessories. So if your defense is 60 or more, that's pretty good. That's what you should be shooting for. You can increase this further by consuming some potions, but that's not really necessary. As you're going to see in the run in just a moment, I can survive without too much trouble. I take a bit of damage at the beginning, but I never really come close to dying. And once the first pumpkin is defeated, I pretty much stay at top health for much of the event. One last thing that I quickly want to point out, in the second run, I end up summoning some mechanical bosses just to show you how this farm can also be effectively used to farm these guys. And you might want to farm these guys just so that you have enough materials to create a lot of Pumpkin Moon medallions. Alright guys, so enjoy the upcoming sections, and I'll stop the video when I reach the final wave, or at least shortly thereafter, because I don't want to bore you with the rest of that stuff. If you want to check out this farm in action, feel free to download the map. I have a link to that in the description box, and feel free to check out the guide. That's also linked in the description box if you want the schematics of this farm, if you want to build one for yourself. Alright guys, so enjoy the upcoming segments.